Kiyosaki said, don't get mad at the system, understand it and play it. Because he's the one that recommended that book. He said, don't get mad at the system. He said, understand it and play it. It's a system. And if you play within the system, you can make money. Don't get mad at the system. Money ain't real. Stop getting mad about that. Money is just manufactured whatever they want to. I mean, come on, don't get mad about it. Play within the system and get rich with this money. Y'all with me? So, what are you doing? What are you going to do to play your part? See, we can set the stage. We can open up the room. We can say, bring your team. Let's take it to the next level. But what do you have to do to become a part of this thing? And I'm going to lay it out. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, because once you get this, once you understand how much of a vital role you can play, your team will explode. But you got to take the reins and the governors off your team. You got to let the system grow your organization. And it's tough for people to do. It's tough. People don't know how. It's hard. The average person can't do it. One of my mentors said he built this organization from scratch 7 times. 7 times from scratch. He called it, he had a term for it, he called it the Dixie Cup effect. You know, he said you can take a Dixie Cup and you can blow into it to make it bigger. And when you were a kid, you probably did this because you thought in your head, oh, it's bigger. You blow the Dixie Cup up and it blows up a little bit bigger. Now I know some of y'all don't know what a Dixie Cup is because we're in the age of bottled water. But that's on its way out, thank God. That's the new school Dixie Cup. I'm talking about the old school with the perforated and right. Some of y'all know my age. Come on now. Youngsters in the room, y'all gonna need to catch up. But anyway, Dixie Cup, right? And you can blow the Dixie Cup up and it looks bigger, but it hasn't really gained capacity. It just looks bigger. I'm telling you what happens to the average organization. Ask yourself if this has happened. Your organization expands and it contracts and expands and it contracts and it never gets over a core group of about 25 people working. That's how you know the system's all about you. You messed up. But isn't it refreshing to know when you messed up? Because then you can fix it. When it expands, and sometimes it expands quickly. Sometimes it expands more than 25 working people. I'm talking about people that actually sell a membership every month. It expands to more than 25 people that actually recruit. Don't just count working people as people that actually sell a membership. Look at how many people recruited. Ask yourself right now, how many people recruited on your team this month? Month is almost halfway over. So ask yourself that question. It's time to, let's keep it real. I love it when it's real. Because when you do a self-assessment, then you can really decide what you need to do. Because there's 2 types of people in this world. Real people and hiding people. Hiding people hide behind walls that they put up. They hide. They try to, no, I'm doing great. I know we ask you all to put on a good face when you're here. I mean, you got to smile. You got to be excited. If you have problems, don't bring your problems in the room. Lock them in the car. Come inside. Smile. And when you get back to the car, your problems will be there. Ain't nobody going to break into your car and steal your problems. Right? So leave your problems in the car. We say that. But now I want you all to do a real self-assessment. Because I can take you all somewhere in this next 40 minutes. But I need you to figure out where you are right now. Because if you're not honest about where you are, then it's impossible to go any further. For you. Now, everybody's not in the same boat. Some of y'all going to go. Some of y'all just going to be in denial. Right? Seriously. I know how that is. Some people are in denial. Like, no, my business is fine. Okay? We're talking network marketing. Prepaid legal service. Do you understand prepaid legal services is a network marketing company? Yes, sir. My mentor said he built this organization 7 times from scratch. Built it, lost it, built it, lost it. And then he finally built it. And he went to $980,000 a year. How do you mess it up 7 times? Like get a whole group of people and lose all of it. A whole group and lose all of them. A whole group. What makes you keep going? And then you get to $980,000 in 12 months? After losing everything 7 times? I'm talking about like you have your whole organization. Imagine you have the whole organization here and then all of a sudden 4 weeks go by and none of your people show up. 25 people at a training and then now you're down to 0, just you. And then you get back up to 25, you're feeling good and it is just you. Then you get back, I'm telling you, if that's happening to you, you're not using the system. If all your team is one certain category of people, if you white and all your team is white, can I be real? You're not using the system. Because you're only talking to people that look like you. If you're a doctor and all your team members are doctors, whatever you are, if all you attract are the people that are exactly like you, it's because you're not using the system. See, when you're using, like I was at the nail salon a couple days ago, right? And getting my nails done. And I'm talking to my nail lady and found out she's been in business 19 years. I'm like, 19? What, 19 years? Like, I mean, it was a baby and just started doing nails? I mean, how do you, 19 years? Right? And so I asked, I said, wow, okay. I said, well, how often are you here? She said, I'm here 6 days a week. I said, how many hours? She said, 10 hours a day. Okay, you worked 19 years to work 60 hours a week. 19 years later, you're still putting in 60 hours a week. I said, well, where do you vacation? She said, you need money to go on vacation. That's what she told me. She was being very honest. She ain't never been this honest with me before. I'm like, you must have been drinking something. She was just like letting out all, I'm not Oprah, but she was letting out all her feelings, right? Like we was interviewing each other. It's like, wow. So I went to the car and I grabbed a magazine. And in the magazine, there was a story of K.O. Philibon. And because he looked like her. And sometimes people need, because if she was looking at me, she might think, oh, that's just black people do that. Right. And I don't want her to think that. Right? I'm just being honest. People have to see that women need to see women. Right. If you're always talking, if you're a man and you're always trying to tell a woman about other men that are successful, they're saying, well, women don't do this thing. No, women need to see women. Young women need to see young women, older women, they need to see themselves. If somebody's in insurance, they need to see an insurance salesman. So you got to go online real quick to prepaid legal and figure out, get your profile success and find an insurance salesman. Say, hey, this guy sells insurance too. You remind me of him. Right? Athletes need to see athletes. We had an athlete on the call the other night, used to play professional football, and so I called a bunch of the people on the team that used to play professional football and got them on that training call to hear from the professional football player. And they called me back and said, man, that was phenomenal. Because they related to that guy. Like, oh, I used to play football like me. You mean ex-football players can do this? I was like, yeah, you used to play pro ball. This guy, and this is a new associate. But he's been kind of moving slowly, not realizing that, hey, pro ball players do this. So he was excited that I got him on the call. You're with me. So I went to the car, I got the magazine, I opened it up. And in the magazine, I opened it up, and it was K.O. Philibon. And that's what I went to show her. But she wouldn't pay attention to him, because she looked down to, what's his name, Tuan Nguyen? She looked down at me, and she said, oh, no. She said, he's Vietnamese. This is what she said. I'm showing the K.O. Philibon, and she points down to Mr. Nguyen and said, oh, no, he's Vietnamese. Look at his eye. Who is he? She immediately beelined to somebody that looked like her, had a last name like her. I said, oh, this is a good friend of mine. I was just sitting next to him at a training in LA a couple of weeks ago. She was like, wow. So he's doing this business? I said, yeah. She started reading it. She's like, I don't know if I can do it, but I mean, he looks like he's having success. I said, well, look, I'll let you hold on to this. I'll come back in a day or so to, just see what you like, but I'll let you go ahead and read this story and any other story you like to read in this thing. Take a look at this when you get an opportunity. She said, thank you so much. Because I gave her the magazine. But I could have easily said, oh, join prepaid legal. I'm making this amount of money, da-da-da-da-da. You don't need to be doing what you're doing. No, that's not going to work. So, you got to be willing to use the system. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes. So, you also got to believe in your opportunity. How many people believe in prepaid legal right now? Okay. Another self-assessment. Somebody, you might have to nudge the little air conditioner just a little bit. It'll just kind of turn on and off, but if it get too hot, y'all sleep. So, yeah, somebody that knows how to nudge it can nudge it. Yeah. It's right there, just nudge it to the left, you'll hear it, just a little tick, and it'll go. Oh, it's on now. There you go. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. What was I saying? Oh. Belief. Oh, belief. Okay.
Self-assessment.
How many, self-assessment, belief. How many people have you talked to with passion about your opportunity today? Oh, let's judge your belief. Some of y'all holding up 2 fingers. Okay, good. Some of y'all holding up 1. Okay, good stuff. Ask yourself. You don't even have to show me how many people you talk to with passion today about your opportunity. Because if you believe, right? See, we know we have a better way in prepaid legal services. We know we have a better way. But you got to be willing to tell other people that. Let me show you. Okay. Show you something real quick. All right. I showed this the other day, but I'll show it to y'all again. Let me show y'all this real quick. Bam. Okay. Now, in prepaid legal services, we get paid a couple of different ways. So, let me show you first. Here's how I believe. Now, I was in prepaid legal services. I got started at the end of 2001. So 2002 was my first full year. So let me just show you 2004. Let me just fast forward about 24 months in prepaid legal services. Okay, so this here represents 24 months. So that was that month. Wasn't my best month that year, wasn't my worst month, but that was that month. 24 months of prepaid legal, right? So you can even see it says 2004. 24 months, right? Prepaid legal services. Now, I'm talking to people, and I'm saying, look, man, $9 grand, not even my best month, but an average month in prepaid legal services back in 2004, 24 months after being in the business.